maju ke depan ya. Saya. Oh ya. Udah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello everyone, good morning.
Good morning.
So today I'm going to be an MC for today's book review presentation. So four of us will have to listen here so let me introduce myself. My name is Kaiza Habishaman. And I'm going to be an MC for Devi. Devi will be a presentation for today, the Discussari, and also for the moderator, we have Mijan. And I will give the time back to Mijan to be moderator. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this book review session. My name is Mafala Mizansha, or you can call me Mizan. Okay, for this session, the book reviewer is Devi Puspitasari.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Devi Puspitasari, but you can call me Devi or Pita. And I would like to present a review book, and the title of the book is Giving Effective Feedback, and published by Harvard Business Review and published in 2014. My first impression of the Giving Effective Feedback book is very positive because and the cover looks simple, so I think it's easy to me to follow. And the books expand that how to give effective feedback in the workplace, whether it is a positive feedback or corrective feedback, and for the purpose to improve our performance and then creating a productive work environment. The book explained that feedback is one of the most important things in because it can improve our performance. So feedback is not threatened but opportunity for someone to grow. For feedback to be effective, we should know and we should give it in the right time and of course in the right way. Feedback should be given when the facts are still in our memory and when the people ready to be given it. And when behavior being discussed is something that can still to be improved, and when we should ensure the condition of between we and then she or her is not in the emotional situation. So we should consider the time carefully. Feedback is only truly effective when followed by a clear plan of action, and without follow-up step, change will not happen, and previous conversation will become fruitless discussion. Before we get into the main discussion, the book suggests that we should preparation important things like gather all available information about behavior, that what we want to discuss, and what is the impact. It makes us to have objective view, and then create a planned conversation like what do you want to discuss and how you will open the discussion. And then prepare yourself to listen just not talk. It's like a one-way communication. And consider what do you want to get out from the discussion. But sometimes feedback is not cure all for workplace ills. That feedback reception just isn't changing his or her behavior. Maybe because she or he have reason like she or he doesn't disagree with you, or she and he don't understand the need for change, or she and he doesn't care about that. In some cases, giving feedback process smoothly and positively, even the feedback is corrective feedback. But sometimes, though some situation may be more complicated. For example, people are defensive, and this defensiveness might stem from the reception desire to convey their understanding of the fact, and she or he may deny, defend herself in reject a feedback. And this book suggests several things, such as when she or he is angry, so we should wait until she or he feel calm down, and then write down your point important, so that you don't forget about your point, and prepare how to you respond before you talk with them, and limit yourself to discuss one or two points. And there are people who are shy or quiet, so they don't understand, so they don't respond or don't understand. Show others that feedback is a large part of your organization or your team. You need to give example and feedback regularly and visibly. There are guidance to building the kinds of the culture. The first is start from small things. You don't wait a big achievement. So if you see small behavior, you should given appreciation. And praise effort, not ability. So you try to focus in the effort someone put it, not just ability or talent, and give positive feedback and stop. When someone do something well, you can give positive feedback, it there, and then don't praise only as a way to solve upcoming criticism. So to give positive feedback, it takes time and attention. You can create an environment where people frequently give helpful feedback, and the process will be more natural for everyone. However, this doesn't mean you can stop paying attention, and a culture that value feedback always requires awareness, calm, honestly, and focus on improvement, not just judge others people. So guys, that's all from me.
Now, I would like to open Q&A session. If you have a question, please raise your hand.
Sorry, I just want to ask a simple question. Why you choose this? Okay, why I choose this book? Because I'm a person who often give advice and suggestion to people around me. So I think this book can teach me, and can teach me how to give effective feedback to people around me.
For the next question.
the most useful for you personally?
When I read the book, easy for but actually is in the right time. So if you want to give feedback to someone, you should know what what she or he condition, because it's give impact to our feedback. If we given our feedback to she or he.
Okay, my name is Jack and I want to ask, what should a leader do when conflict between two members start to interrupt the team's progress?
Okay. Okay, I think leaders should action quickly when the problem is give impact to the organization or the team, and the leaders should speak each member separately to understand how whole issue from both perspective, and then the leader should bring them together to discuss about the problem, and then during the discussion the leader should guide them to understand they point, and then find a solution of the fair two side.
Thank you.
Thank you for all question and answer. Thank you for the presentation, and
Thank you very much for me to present the video